Alright, welcome to another edition of What the Fuck, happening to YouTube atheist community and stick-am fun. Yeah, I'm a little bit wobbly still, and I've had absolutely no sleep and such, but it was a pretty good comeback night last night. Yeah, we took the week off, and last night was pretty good. Moved right along and such. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to post below some links to some channels. You know, guys that are pretty good, Shaka Lemonade guy and Goober Paint or something or whatever it is, and Jay Sounder or guy or something else. But anyway, yeah, just some guys who've been making videos talking anal stuff and different things and such. So, you know, in future I'll try to do a more extensive, whatever that is, shout out kind of video or something. So there are more people talking about this stuff, which is really quite good. So anyway, yeah, stick-am last night. Yeah, started off really good. Women, yeah, there was a bunch of them. And old Reliable, the Samari, whatever, Armenian chick. Yeah, true blue, she is. And yeah, she's great. But anyway, yeah, but it was good. You know, then Karina showed up early. And, you know, she's back in, you know, hell, Romania, and everything is kind of helly, you know, lost her job, blah, 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 birds, blah, 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 dogs complaining and such. So, yeah, it's not too good. It kind of sucks, you know, she really had a, I mean, it always happens, you know, you go on a trip or something, you get back home and, like, the toilets overran or some other kind of crap happened. But anyway, so yeah, her life kind of turned to shit pretty quick. Whether usual shit or whatever. More shit. So anyway, but she was lovely, of course, and pleasant and wonderful. I almost offended her again, but you know, she takes it, man. She just takes it and just keeps on kicking. Well, something like that anyway. Whatever. So, let's see, there's just so many people. I'll just throw in old hacks just because I thought he was dead. And again, I've been lied to. He's not dead yet, damn it. But he does have this wacky idea, you know, that we have a rock and roll suicide cult. And yeah, I'm sort of for it, you know, generally speaking. Any kind of suicide cult is probably a good idea. But it sounds a little wacky to me. I just don't know if it's going to get the job done. Yeah, I just don't know if it's going to turn the human race around. But you never know. Yeah, I don't know, you have to come up with some kind of gravestone version of, you know, Woodstock. But whatever. Who knows? We'll see. See if he can work out some of the details, maybe. Yeah, right. PaulsEgo. Yeah, PaulsEgo was in the room. Yeah, he made that pretty good rap video of the Amazing Atheist video. Well, it wasn't pretty good. It was really quite excellent. He's very articulate, this PaulsEgo guy. Which does remind me of the Goober Paint or whatever his name is. Yeah, he's like a young, virile, strong PaulsEgo. Talks really fast, really articulate. Kind of looks like him a little bit. So it's kind of like it's his cleaner, younger brother or something. Not that Paul isn't clean, don't get me wrong. He has his fingernails washed and all that shit. So, no offense, Paul. But anyway, there was a pretty good conversation between me, Pyro, and PaulsEgo, and so I think I got that on I taped a couple of hours of this shit. So I'll put that in the website, so the link should be below eventually. Yeah, so it was pretty good. Hopefully I got the good parts. Parts where we all sounded intelligent rather than the parts where we all sound like assholes, but you know, who knows. I might have got the bad parts. Speaking of Pyro, I'm going to try to like reverse his name and call him like Orip. Because yeah, he said whatever he says in stick-am, he says exactly the opposite in his videos. He's like the opposite of Pyro. So whatever, it's just bizarre. I mean, completely, I got no explanation. Except that maybe he's a little bit whacked. Which, you know, the whole YouTube atheist community has looked a little bit whacked lately. To tell you the truth, you know. Yeah, it's not been our best month or so. Yeah, really, we do look a little whacked. Anyway, which brings up that Puka guy. You know, not that he's whacked, but he just sort of reminds me of whacked. yeah, he was there, so that was kind of interesting. You know, which connects to the whole Federalist Films thing, which I may do a response to, but I'll have to think about it. Just on the general subject of right versus left. I mean, these liberals who defend the monarchy just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if we had a king, he'd be a Republican. Come on, get real. No doubt about it. So it just seems kind of, I don't know, insane for somebody who has any kind of progressive values to support anything associated with the Republican Party. But anyway, whatever. So it might be a worthwhile conversation, maybe on the economics channel. I'll do that video and we'll see if it goes anywhere or does anything. Alright, inspired I am. You know, really gotta apologize. Yeah, she got the brunt of all my anger last night. I've just been very frustrated because everybody keeps trying to change the subject of antinatalism into the subject of go out and pet your cat, or save the poor people, or be friendly to everyone, or something else. They always keep trying to change it, and it's just stupid. When you're talking about antinatalism, you talk about the fact that our life might quite possibly be preposterously pointless, that we exist because a molecule reproduced 4 billion years ago, and there's nothing to improve upon. There's no game to be played here. I keep using the analogy of tic-tac-toe. No matter how big a brain you have, you can't make it into anything. So it's kind of doom and failure. How you doing? Hey, pup. So yeah, not distracting, attractive puppy. Yeah. Anyway, damn it. Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, so you got to kind of stay on the subject. And yeah, she's just, you know, barely put her foot in the water. First time in Stickam, and I just nailed her. I mean, I just would not tolerate the subject change in this, you know, in this crazy way. You don't start talking about antinatalism and then migrate to these other futile solutions, these band-aid solutions. The biggest, you know, diamond of truth buried under the mound of human bullshit is antinatalism, is the truth that we are just biological machines created for no good reason, and basically by the nature of our functionality we can produce nothing. We are consuming machines. As soon as we exist, we create need that doesn't need to exist, and we can't satisfy that need efficiently. Just can't do it as a practical matter unless you do everything just right. And then you have a zero-sum game and still no point in playing it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just not going to, you know, blight or pervert a perfectly good subject, which is the futility of sentient life in the universe, into all these other subjects like justice for all, or, you know, more ice cream for everyone, because that's really not the subject. Alright, anyway, so I apologize, blah blah, I apologize to anybody in the room who was offended. Yeah, I just had a lot of pent-up anger, and I was terribly frustrated, and I'm just sick of it, and that's all I got. That's my only defense, is I've lost patience with subject changers. Anyway. Okay, oh yeah, there was this, let's call her a chick of color. Sabrina, I think so. Anyway, yeah, I just want to say, hey, as a new visitor, seemed a little hostile and angry, but, you know, black chicks are good at that. Yeah, so, you know, we'll see if she comes back for more. Alright, Anti-Bullshit Man showed up at the end. That was a nice treat. So, you know, he's big on the economy crap, so we kind of argued semantics, you know, definition of capitalist versus socialist and all that shit. But it wasn't a worthless conversation. I mean, it was sort of elucidating or useful in some way, shape, or form. And, just good talking to him in person and such. Speaking of which, I did speak to Sacramento Saint the other day. So yeah, he's still alive and well, you know, surviving. And so yeah, maybe he'll be making some videos or something. But yeah, you know, he's the guy who did start the stick ham thing. So whatever goes on there is all his fault. Yeah, so send all your angry letters to him. Because really, I wouldn't be doing stick ham if it wasn't for him, realistically, probably. Basically. Yeah. Alright, so what else has to be addressed here? Jeez. I think I hit everybody. Well, I probably missed some people. Sorry about that. You know, especially if I missed any girls. Oh yeah, Boundless Eyes. She has some other channel called, I don't know, WordsWithoutBounds. I guess where she plays music and stuff. I don't know. I saw one video there. So I just thought I'd point that out. She's kind of does that folk singy thing, like what's her name? What's her name? Citizen Worm, and yeah, they're pretty good at it. So yeah, it's pretty good. So that's Words Without Bounds. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll post a link. And all right, well, I guess I'll just spend the end here on To Be Serious. I mean, she made some, I mean, I don't know if I'll respond to it or not, but she made this pretentious video, again, nagging people. Like, if they're not doing what she, you know, if they're not doing her approved charity type work, you're not helping the problem. You're not doing anything. You're a bunch of assholes. You never helped anybody. You never did a damn thing in your life. Even if you spend, you know, 20% or 15% of your income every year on loafers and drug addicts in your neighborhood, no, you still suck. You know, even if you spend more on cat food for other people, feeding other people's cats, than you spend on food for yourself, no, you suck. I wonder how much she compromises her life, you know, for the world, or to do the most with her resources. You know, how many plain bowls of rice has she eaten in her life? So fuck you. I mean, this just is such crap. And this whole Doctors Without Borders thing, I mean, I've ragged on them before. Well, it's a bullshit charity. What they should do is go around the world and give people free sterilization. Any takers, anybody who wants their tubes tied, you know, or their, whatever, their nut strings hacked, yeah, should get a freebie. You want to do something good for the world? Yeah, do that without borders. Do that without political affiliation. Yeah, bravo. I'll contribute to that charity. But putting a bunch of band-aids on gushing wounds is bullshit. The world needs solutions to dismal cardboard box living conditions. That's why people end up on the side of the fucking road. People keep, you know, servicing the wrong brokenness. The brokenness is the infrastructure. You have to fix that first. These doctors shouldn't be performing surgeries. They should be teaching the basic population basic biology. Teach them how to teach other people, how to prevent pregnancy, how to treat infections, you know, how to not get infected. You know, it's just, this is all just showboating bullshit. It's just something for doctors to put on their resume or on their ad in the yellow pages. I worked for, you know, 3 months for Doctors Without Borders, Machiere Capalucci, or whatever the French for it is. Fuck you in the assy. I just hate the whole fucking thing. It's just so goddamn sissy. Anyway, it's got cooties all over it. So I should be out of time, right? Well, yep, running down. Last 30 seconds or so. So we made it. We did a pretty good job. Got through it. Another what the fuck in the can. The 4,687th edition. So, until the next time and such.